Let's look at what Tesla did today. Hello, everybody. I'm back from vacation. I'm very happy. It's been a while since I looked at stocks in a detailed manner, so I'm very happy to get back into it. So Tesla is down $9.38. That's 3.86% down. Closed at 233.46. Post-market, we are down by 51 cents. So take a look at what we have on the chart. And I'm going to take a little bit more time today because we need to review everything that happened during the past 2 weeks. So we have a lot of work to do. Let's zoom out a little bit and see that and remind ourselves that we are in a downward channel. Tesla is into a downward channel. And we've known this. We have known this. We have done this. So we are into a downward channel. So the trend is down. So Tesla should be going down. But we know also that when we have a downward channel, we are zigzagging between the two lines. It could be a balanced zigzag, or it can be a zigzag that does not make too much sense. So that can happen also. So recently, as we were coming down within our channel, we started to make another channel. Okay, that's fine. And then we started to get stopped at an important number right here at 204.47. We started to get stopped. Yes, we went a little bit lower for 2 days, and then whoop, we came back up, and then we started to stabilize, and this is what we call a congestion zone. There is a perfect balance between the buyers and the sellers. The tug of war between the buyers and sellers is a perfect balance. Nobody's winning. It's just going up and down sideways. So we were having that. But then, starting on November 14th, then the buyers started to win. And when we do technical analysis, like I do, these things are important. Nobody wanted to pay more than 226.57 since October 19th. Nobody wanted to pay more because the sellers would be glad to sell at $500 if there were buyers. But it's the buyers that make the price move up, and it's the sellers that make the price move down. So no buyers wanted to buy it higher, except they started to buy higher on November 14th. This is a significant event, and we use these events to identify buy signals. Something is changing in the market. The buyers want to go higher, and we don't necessarily need to understand why, because those change in patterns from going sideways to starting to go higher are not always advertised with a prior news. It does not always work that way. Yes, sometimes if a company has a great earnings call and they surprised everybody with some bigger profit, then this can move, this can change a pattern. But if you have an institution that decides to invest $5 billion into a stock, they won't advertise it, but they can still make the market move. This was a significant event. And this is a buy signal because we broke a congestion zone resistance at 226.78. And also, we had some prior accumulation. It did not just go down and then go up like this. We had some indicators that are positive. Stochastic, our 21-day stochastic is currently at 75, and on November 14th, it was at 68. It was above 60. So this is another criteria that we like to have to confirm that things are really going up. This is what happened. We had a buy signal on Tuesday of this week, and we went higher yesterday, and now we are caving in a little bit. But look at this. We are stopping exactly at the same low that we had on Tuesday. If we break below 226.78, then this is where we should have our stop loss, just a little bit lower. And it would have been a failed buy signal. There's always risk in investing and trading in the stock market. But we can limit our risk by when we want to get out if things start going the other way. Also, we need to be clear that we are into a downward channel like this. So yes, we have a buy signal right here. It's still valid. It's still a valid buy signal. But then where could we go? We need to be clear that because we are into this downward channel, that we could be going up to maybe $250. So it's not like Tesla is automatically going to go super high. It's still limited by this downward channel right here. So This buy signal could get us up to that point at $250 approximately. This is a small swing that could happen. If I update my indicators, so as I said, we have stochastic over 60. This is a green thumb up for us. And we had the MACD break over bullish when the green line became above the red line. So we have one green thumb up that we need to put here for that. In terms of RSI, we like it when it's above 50. So this has also been achieved. And DMI is also green. We have a bunch of confirmation that this move has some potential. It does not work all the time, but it's not just a hunch. We have a lot of criteria that we are looking at that are positive. Let's take a look at some Tesla news. So we have here that Tesla Cybertruck shows about 267 miles of range on prototype. This is interesting information. Also, Tesla finally starts advertising with video, decides to highlight safety. This is something that you can look at. So I think it's about time that Tesla advertises. It does not cost much depending on how they do it. And I think Tesla should have their own voice and tell people what they care about. Going back to the stock market, let's look at the VIX and try to understand a little bit what's happened recently. The VIX has been coming down for the past 2 weeks. So when the VIX is going down, the stock market tends to go. We are down 0.16. We close at 1433. Look at how steep this decline is. And we had a bullish channel right here. We were doing a zigzag between the two lines. And now, boom, we are officially outside of this channel. It is no longer going up. And right now, we can see that we are back going sideways as we had been doing since June of this year. This is good news for the stock market in general. Also, in terms of the government bonds, they are increasing, and this is not good for the stock market. And they have been increasing since approximately March of this year. They have been going up. On every chart, you can identify a channel. Things go up into channels. And these channels are pretty precise. You see this here, it's very precise. And when we have a break in channel, then we can say, okay, it's not going up anymore at the same rate. This is what we can say. Right now, we cannot say that yet. Yes, we have been coming down for the past 2 weeks also, but now we are right smack on this support line right here. So we cannot conclude that it won't go higher. We cannot conclude that. If it breaks this support line, then we are going to start to conclude this, but it's possible that we bounce up right here. So nobody knows what is going to happen, but we are going to know more probably tomorrow if we bounce or not. And if we look at the US dollars, this is the same thing. When the US dollar is coming down, the stock market tends to go up a little bit. So right now, this has been going down. We can understand a little bit what happened this week in the stock market. Let's look at our EV stocks. Rivian is still into a downward channel, just like Tesla. This one is still going sideways. We have no stochastic over 60. We don't have RSI. We don't have DMI. This one is not ready yet. It's still going down, and there's no buy signal within this downward channel to make a little bit of money like we have with Tesla. XPeng is down $1.16, 6%. Okay. XPeng is really trying to get outside of its bearish channel right here. It tried to do so on November 6th. It tried to do so here, but then it came back in. And then it tried again this week for 2 days, and now it's coming back in a little bit. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but so far we are still back into our downward channel. We should be continuing going down unless we come out of it. NIO is down 0.54 cents, 6.8%. And yes, it's no surprise because we have been coming down since August of this year. The trend is down. Don't buy anything that is going down. Wait until we stop going down, at least. Apple, this is a good example right here of what we believe on this channel. We were with Apple into a downward trend. So it was coming down. It started in August approximately. And then it went down. But then we had the break of this downward channel. We had a break. We had the break on November 6th. So November 6th, we knew that we were not going down anymore, but it could have meant that we were going sideways. Then we find a horizontal resistance for the congestion zone, which is right here at 182.87. It's pretty clear that we have been bouncing here. And once we break this one right here, this is a buy signal because we know that we are not going down anymore and we are not going sideways anymore. And because we are breaking 182.87, we had at that stochastic over 60. So this was a buy signal right here. And for those that took it at maybe 183, then you have profit on hand. Palantir, so Palantir is down 0.9%, but this one is into a bullish channel. This one is going up. This one is going up, and this is the channel that it is in. And as with any channel, it's bouncing between the two lines. So right now, we have been bouncing very close to this upper line right here. So we could be coming down. But even if we come down a little bit for 1 week or two, it does not necessarily mean that we are just going down forever. It could just mean that we are temporarily going down until we reach the bottom again and bounce on it. We are into this bullish channel. It's going up overall. Is it the right timing to buy? Maybe, maybe not. Nobody knows, but it's not impossible that we bounce a little bit. If you want to be a little bit more sure that you don't buy when it's a local high, wait a little bit to see if it starts to go down. If it starts to go down, it could bounce on 1777, or it could bounce on this support right here. And then that would be a great opportunity to buy it at a local minimum and then catch the next swing, which will bring it close to 22 bucks. So from 18 bucks, let's say, to 22 bucks. So that's $4 out of 18. So that's a pretty good percentage trade. So let's look at NVIDIA. We are up 1.22%. Okay, this one had a buy signal right here with the same principle that I've been talking about. But overall, right now, we are back into our congestion zone. So we are overall going sideways. So yes, this was a nice trade right here from 452 to 494. And it happened during a week or two. This was a nice trade, but right now we are at the top of our congestion zone. So we don't know what it is going to do. So it's nice to take some profit here if you entered here, but we could be coming down again. And there's some earnings call on November 21st. So that might as a catalyst. If the news are great, this could be breaking this congestion zone, meaning that this could continue going up. You do your own research and you make your own decision. So if you entered here at 451, you can decide to sell. You can decide to sell and keep your profit. And you can decide to re-enter if the earnings is great. Let's look at the stock indices. They have been going up recently. We have a great stochastic right here, but we are reaching some resistance at 35,000 right here, and we are giving in a little bit. S&P 500 came outside of its downward channel, then it broke a horizontal resistance, so it meant that this was going up. So the buy signal right here was on Friday, November 10th, and if you entered, then you have a nice profit right here. We are close to a resistance. You can start thinking about taking some profit if you want to. And if we start breaking 45, 49 for SPX, then it means that it wants to go even higher. NASDAQ, exactly the same thing happened. We have broken our downward resistance, and the horizontal resistance was right here at 15,346. The buy signal was on Friday also. Boom, boom. This is a nice move up. We'll see what is going to happen with it. So physical gold, we had a downward channel right here and we broke outside of it. And then the horizontal resistance was at 1541. The buy signal was right here. It was right here on Friday, October 27. And the stop loss is just always under the horizontal resistance. And this happened on November 7th. This was you get in at approximately 15.54, and this was your get out a little bit above 15. So this one did not work that much. But now look at this, it's back. So when we have something like this, we need to make an adjustment to our lines. So when we came outside of our downward channel right here, we made a very shallow bullish channel. And when a channel is narrow like this, we know that it won't last a long time. We know it won't last a long time. And once we are getting outside of it, we need to draw a better channel, a more sustained channel. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it like this. So because we have a bounce right here. So this is the current channel that we are now in. This is the current channel that we are now in. Let's take a look at silver. So silver is doing a lot better also. So the downward resistance, downward channel that was broken is right here. We have the same very tight bullish channel that we can remove. We had our horizontal resistance that we needed to break, and we just broke it today. So here we have a buy signal on silver today, right here. And if I draw the new channel for silver, this is going to be it right here. So we are at the top. We are at the top of our channel. Yes, technically this is a buy signal right here, but because we are so close to this resistance right here, there's not much room to go higher. So maybe this one I will wait a bit until it comes back down and enter when it bounces either on $8 or bounces on this right here. Bitcoin is down 5%. It has been up so far. We are just outside of our bullish channel right here. This one, we are going to have to do something to it. And sometimes instead of a different channel, we are a sideways channel. So I think this is what is happening right here. So I'm going to do it like this until we get more clarity on this. And Ripple is down 5%. We have lost stochastic over 60. This was a nice run right here. And now let's see until where we stop. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. You can click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.